in red, screams like a little girl, and sleeps 10 hours a day. Hey, I'm Jenny from Big Dog TV and Big Dog Magazine. Please enjoy this episode about an exceptional shelter adoption experience and for the answer to my riddle. What's up? I'm mad. Our girl Jenny adopted a puppy, and she just goes on and on to anybody that'll listen about what a great experience it is. You guys know how excited she gets. Hi, Matilda. I told you to call me mad. It's my persona. That's right, you did. My apologies. Let's get this over with. Okay, let's do it. Well, it's black and red, screams like a little girl, and sleeps 10 hours a day. That would be our new puppy, Lucy. I'll explain. You can see that she's a redhead, and she has a black mask. So when she's running and playing, she screeches like a child, and the more excited she gets, the louder she screeches. It sounds like somebody's chasing her with an ice pick. And then, because she's still a puppy, she sleeps a lot. When you told me about this episode, you said a lot. You said a lot. Thinking you mentioned Lucy. If I'm being honest, I don't really remember what you said. How's about you tee us up? Sure, I'll be glad to explain. So, Nashville Humane Association put out an SOS on social media. They were packed with pets. And so they had a special request that people come in and foster or adopt for this particular weekend. Mars Pet Care jumped in and said that they would pay the adoption fees for all of the pets that went home that weekend. Mars? Like M&M? Exactly. The same Mars that you're referencing has been in the pet care business too since 1935. Cool. Okay, let me get my dogs in a row here. When Lucy adopted you, you didn't know what to expect because you've been hooked on golden retrievers for a long time, right? Like you're used to dealing with breeders, and adopting from a shelter is a different experience for you. I'm pretty sure I got that right. But you think NHS and Mars took the whole shelter experience to a whole nother level.
Yep, that's it.
So, 12 reasons you say shelter isn't a 4-letter word after all. Number 12, medical history and next steps. Okay, so no adoption fee. That would have been about $150. Then we got a detailed record of all immunizations, vaccinations that included certificates, microchip number, rabies tag information so that I could register her, dates and treatments that needed to be taken care of in the future. And she was spayed when we got her. So my guess is that right then and there, that's getting in the neighborhood of $1,000. Nothing. I didn't pay a bit of it. 11. You got a whistle fit? Yes. So it's a smart device that tracks Lucy's behavior and health information so we can be proactive. So it includes things like how many times she scratches, how active she is, how much she's sleeping, just every little detail that you can imagine. And then it reports to let us know how she's doing. You can, based on her breed, age, weight, you can use this to figure out how much to feed her. And if she's more or less active, or if she's gaining or losing weight, anything, any data that might help us adjust her food to see to it that she's getting all the nutrition she needs to meet her age and activity level. Let's see, what else? It shows details like calories burned, the distance that she moves, minutes that she's active, how many times she licks herself, scratches. And here's a good one too. It's waterproof and up to 6 feet of water. Dang, how much is the subscription? With Lucy's adoption, it's actually a free subscription for the first year. And then the subscriptions at this point are around $40 annually. 10. VCA Animal Hospital Healthy Start. VCA is owned by our friends at Mars. They are an NHA, Nashville Humane Association, veterinary partner. So we got a complimentary first visit to one of their VCA hospitals, complimentary 14-day follow-up, and Lucy actually had a little urinary tract infection when we got her, and they covered that, and so she was diagnosed, treated, and we brought her in for follow-up. It was all part of the adoption. We didn't pay anything for that. 9. VCA Care Club. I am supposed to make sure to point out that this is not insurance, you guys. This is a plan where anytime I have any questions or concerns, I can take my dogs to the vet with VCA's program and have them looked at, no office visit charge. It doesn't mean they're going to treat my pets for free, or for a reduced rate. That's where insurance would be helpful. With the types of dogs that I've always had, very active dogs that are inquisitive and always getting into and eating things that scare me to death, this is a really good plan for us. So the program allows unlimited vet visits. Signing up usually would cost $49.99. That was free because we signed up at our first appointment. So I'll pay $44 a month for that peace of mind, knowing that I can always go in and have my dogs checked out whenever I want to. 8. Shelter Animal Veterinary Discount, SAVD program. This is Banfield's shelter program. They happen to also be owned by Mars, and you guys might recognize them. There are a lot of times they're in PetSmarts. So that's that clinic that you see in PetSmart. So they have free office visits as part of this plan and 50% off of their Optimum Wellness plan. They call it the OWP. 50% off that plan enrollment fee. Okay, that plan enrollment fee. 7. Good Pup dog training over video chat. This vendor, as part of our adoption packet, said that if we wanted to use their training over video, that we needed to activate within 1 week of our adoption. They make a donation to Your Rescue for every new training customer that they get, and there's no obligation. You can cancel training with them anytime. And check this out, guys. The coupon is for a free first week and then 20% off for life. 6. 4 sessions with Mars Pet Parents Concierge. Okay, 4 sessions with Mars Pet Parents Concierge. What that is, and I hope I do it justice, guys, but basically I had 4 30-minute sessions. I asked because our pet came in extremely timid. So we thought she was going to be very insecure. It turns out that she just needed to settle in, and she wasn't. We're grateful for that, but Mars took care of us. We had one of those sessions with a behaviorist, and then the other 3 with a veterinarian that I adore. This is 30 minutes of her time. I know in advance what I might want to talk to, or if I don't have something specific to get her advice on, she has questions that will initiate conversation with me about my dog. My understanding is that this concierge program is something that Mars is piloting at the moment, but I can't stress enough how valuable it was to me to come home with this puppy. She had a urinary infection. She was so shy and timid. I also had 2 other dogs here that were very settled into our home with their own little personalities, and this concierge support was just that. I felt like they were there for me. They sent me resources. We talked, we emailed, we texted. So I hope that Mars will offer this as a service down the road. I would definitely subscribe, or however they end up sharing this with people that they're supporting, with pet owners that they're supporting. 5, Wisdom Panel. Wisdom Panel. All right, so this is DNA information on your pet. So they'll tell you this information on their breed, what kind of mix they are, their health. They are screened for their health screens for up to 200 or more genetic health risks. I think different breeds have different health risks. Some have hips, some have skin, some are just extremely healthy. But knowing what breeds make up your mixed breed can give you a little bit of insight into what to anticipate and what to be sensitive to. Over 99% of the dogs they've tested have a relative in their database. They have photos that you can see of your dog's relatives, and you can compare notes with parents of those other dogs as well if you choose to get in touch with each other, siblings and their extended family members. 4, Essential Tips Dog Care Book. This is a book that is about 70 some odd pages. In my opinion, it's very well written. So it's sponsored by Simparica. Didn't want to mess up that name. It's the flea and heartworm treatment in one that you can give your pets. I've been using that for a minute now. And this booklet will help you from deciding on what type of pet you're going to get. And it helps you prepare to bring your pet home, like puppy, kitty proofing the house, getting their bedding and their feeding situated, settling them in, microchipping them, lots and lots of other information in this little booklet. It's small, so I keep mine in a bag that I always have with me when I go places with my dogs. I think it's well written, and I'm grateful for Simparica for sponsoring this booklet. 3, Pet Hub. They gave us this little tag when we adopted Lucy. The tag has a QR code on it. We clicked on the code with our phone and entered our contact information and a photograph of our sweet Lucy. And so the tag is now on her collar. So if for some reason she gets away from me, her tag can be scanned and all of her information will be right there, and that can help us get her back into our arms safely. And when you see another dog and you don't really know who it belongs to, if you see a QR code on the dog, scan it. You might be able to find out where they belong. I think it's a really cool system. And again, it came with our adoption. Number 2, Otto. So remember I told you that when we got Lucy, she had a little urinary tract infection. Nope. Well, she did. So we got her on a Saturday, and we suspected it was the very next day that something wasn't quite right. She was squatting a lot. And so Otto provides 24/7 veterinary care via chat. So I do believe you have the option to talk personally over the phone with one of the veterinarians, but I immediately signed up, started chatting, and we determined that Lucy most likely did have a urinary tract infection. I was talking live with a veterinarian. It wasn't any sort of a programmed response based on context of what I was typing in. I was very, very pleased. I was reassured that she would be okay until the next day when I could get her looked at. And honestly, it saved us a trip to an emergency clinic because I knew what to look for. I knew that she could hold on until the next morning, and she did. Number 1, Companion Protect Insurance Application Certificate. Anytime I need to, I can take my dogs to the vet. And if they needed treatment, I would be paying for the treatment. But I had those free office visits plus a couple of other perks. Well, here's where if I get in and find out that my dog has swallowed a sock or a tug toy, like they pull the strings apart, not that that's ever happened in this home, but time. So this is the insurance that will help you if you have to have surgery or any other sort of emergency that you get yourself into with your dogs. So it's $45 a month and the deductible is $100. They have things that they cover, percentages of things that they cover, and I've never had a veterinarian recommend insurance before, but everyone that I've spoken to, including a friend that's in another state that has treated my dogs in the past, all of them are saying that insurance today is really a good value because the costs of all those procedures and blood work and scans and x-rays have just gone up monumentally. So that's what this Companion Protect Insurance Application Certificate is for. And they did give me, I forgot what it was, but I had a limited amount of time to enroll. And the cool thing about the Nashville Humane Association is they kept following up with emails like, you're on day 4, you've got this many days left to follow up on this perk or to sign up for insurance or to there are more vaccinations due to your puppy. So all of these things were, all these perks that we're telling you about were also sort of project managed by the Nashville Humane Association. It made it so much easier. I guess you guys can tell that I'm reading notes because this is just 12 of the perks that made a wonderful adoption even more wonderful. I am so in love with the National Humane Association, and I think I love Mars too. I know I do. They're very, very generous in covering so many things, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and that has extended beyond just the puppy that we adopted that weekend. We're taking advantage of a lot of things that they're offering with our other pets as well. So it seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys, and it left me. You guys, this is what I was going to tell you. In the description below this show, I will have links to all of these perks that we received when we adopted Lucy, or the opportunities that we received when we adopted her, so you can check into them yourself. I keep in touch with the Humane Association, and Mars knows that we have a Big Dog TV YouTube channel and a website, and so I'm hoping to stay in touch with them and learn more and more about what they do. They're right here in Tennessee for those of you that are in Nashville. And so I think that's everything. Those are 12 reasons to me, the lady that's been going to breeders for generations of dogs now. I was so scared of shelters. I was so scared that I was going to get my heart broken. And I am so happy that we had a great experience. And I'll do anything I can to spring that from the mountaintops to tell you guys that it's safe out there to adopt, and there are so many amazing animals. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. A couple of weeks after we got home with our dog, the Humane Association sent us an email, and it was copied to all the puppies in Lucy's litter. And so now the siblings can get together and play. We can watch how they're maturing and compare notes. Overall, just an outstanding experience. And so I think that's it for now. I've rambled. I'm so happy with this experience. Stay tuned, guys. There will be more. I'll follow up, and I'm counting on you to ask me questions so I can go out and get answers for you. Until then, I'm Jenny from Big Dog TV and Big Dog Magazine. Until next time.